Hi, it's you and Ellery here making bonsai in Australia, and in this video I'm going to do some work on this Trident Maple. So this is actually the first maple that I've done any work on to turn into a bonsai. I do have a Japanese maple that's sitting out in my front yard at the moment, but it's very much too small for me to really do any bonsai work on it at present. So yeah, this is going to be the first shot now, because I kind of do want, there is a little bit of thickness in the trunk here, but I don't have too many pots at the moment, and I also do want to get as much vigor in this tree as I possibly can. It has had a lot of growth in the last few weeks. Yeah, it was, it's only really kind of come to leaf in the last few weeks, so it's grown a lot in the last few weeks, but I want to prune it back, get a little bit more structure to it, have a look at what the root structure is like. I'm not really going to do too much of a repotting on this at the moment, just really going to see what the nabari looks like and do a little bit of a sleeve repotting, so we'll jump into that now. Okay, so right, that actually looks incredibly root bound there, so yeah, it's not the best time of the year to be ideally with maples you'd repot them as it's just coming into leaf when all the buds are coming out, but we'll see what we can do. I initially just got a few roots that are sticking up in odd places and making it hard for me to rake out the surface soil. And just, because it's so root bound, I really do need to just loosen this root mass up a little bit. Alright, so the only place where there's any real kind of, a bunch of roots coming out of the same location seems to be all the way down here. So start, kind of pruning it back to there. Just got some weird roots all over the place, like roots that just kind of stick up and then go out, so I'm just trying to prune it back to something that'll give me a decent nabari in the future. Okay, so just a couple of those weird roots that I cut off earlier that going off in strange places. Just pruning them back to the trunk. Okay, so you can see there the kind of nabari there that I've pulled it back to. So there's one root there that's up very high. Just clean off another one again. So there's one root up there that's quite high. Actually we'll prune that one back. Could leave it, but there's a bunch of other ones just below it that are all coming out in the same vein, so don't need that one. So much for sleeve repotting, but it seemed all of the main roots were all the clumped ones right down the bottom, which really needed to be raked out. So just kind of go around and get rid of all the little bits that are going in weird places. Next time I repot it, I'll do a much better pruning, but for now, I've gotten rid of a lot of these roots, so I don't want to really get rid of any more. because of where the kind of the structure of the nabari, really want to have it in this kind of plane. So the roots are coming out kind of flat on all the sides there now, and the roots are the hardest part to really develop where you want. All the branches, they're pretty easy to develop over time. So I'm going to go with the trunk here. So ideally what I'd get in future is some branching coming out of the trunk a bit lower down, but for now just need to see what I can do with the branches that I've got here. So because of the structure that I've got in the trunk, I really don't want this large branch that's coming out off on the side here. We'll get rid of this. I guess it's more of a question of where. So it's really just a big, again with the, as per the trunk, although there's a little bit of character in the trunk, it just doesn't really have any taper in it. So there's a big long part that comes out, no taper in it at all, so just prune it back. And so I've just pruned it back to above where there's a couple little shoots coming out. So kind of work with those shoots, see how we go. This other branch I do quite like because it comes out quite horizontally, and a bit of branching up here, so it's actually quite good. I'll keep that one, and it's got a bit of branching back here, which gives me a bit of opportunity to build a bit of taper in it with time, let those branches grow and prune them back and get a bit of taper and have the main part of the branch out here in the future. So I'll let that one go. Prune back a bit of a dead twig, and again I'll keep this branch here coming out on the side, dead leaf there. These ones should also grow a lot better now that the main leader that was covering a lot of the sunlight is gone. And both of these will also do a bit of work in building a bit of taper further down if I do keep the top part. It kind of comes out here, and then there's this bit which comes straight up and got two branches coming out the top of it. Get rid of that just because it's coming out straight up the top. This one has got a bit of better movement coming out that way, and then this one's also coming out this way, so can use that. Now building a bit of profile here, so this one's getting a bit too long, so prune that. A few buds down the bottom there, so that'll come back, and this over here, we'll kind of these two parts over here where it's kind of sticking up, and again don't want the same thickness too far, so just prune that back to where there's a little bit of a branch coming out a bit more horizontally there. So I've got this one which is kind of coming out here, and it's really thick, and I'm going to have this one as the new leader, so I really don't actually want this because it's just going to look weird in future having a secondary branch coming out that's got a really thick base to it. So just going to prune that back. So just kind of prune it back, not cleaning it up for now, just because I'll kind of wait for it to die back a little bit, get this start to get a lot more bigger, and then I'll grab my tool and just start eating away at that to try and build a bit more natural kind of taper in that juncture there. But so that's the first work to turn this Trident Maple into a bonsai. So just a lot of greenery here which I've gotten rid of, and just pruning it back to start working on the branching that I want with future, get some good taper, but also working on that nabari to work on the surface roots. So as you can see there, this was really where the first roots were. So just pulling that back a lot to where the roots are starting to come out all from the same location, just to really uniform that mass, and to build some good nabari in future that I can then start to expose once it's kind of got a lot more roots all around that same level plane. So look, I hope you've enjoyed this video or taken something from it, and yeah, really keen to see how my first maple, so Trident Maple, goes into the future. So look, if you enjoy this kind of content, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel to be notified of my future videos as I release them. But otherwise, look, thanks for your time today. Enjoy. Bye.